Hello, I would like to introduce the book, James, by Percival Everett. When the enslaved Jim overhears that he is about to be sold to a man in New Orleans, separated from his wife and daughter forever, he decides to hide on nearby Jackson Island until he can formulate a plan. Meanwhile, Huck Finn has faked his own death to escape his violent father, recently returned to town. As all readers of American literature know, thus begins the dangerous and transcendent journey by raft down the Mississippi River toward the elusive and too often unreliable promise of the free states and beyond. While many narrative set pieces of Adventures of Huckleberry Finn remain in place, floods and storms, stumbling across both unexpected death and unexpected treasure in the myriad stopping points along the river's banks. Encountering the scam artists posing as the Duke and Dauphin, Jim's agency, intelligence, and compassion are shown in a radically new light. Brimming with the electrifying humor and lacerating observations that have made Everett a literary icon Oprah daily, and one of the most decorated writers of our lifetime, James is destined to be a cornerstone of 21st century American literature. Here are some editorial reviews of the book. James offers page-turning excitement, but also off-kilter philosophical picaresque. Gripping, painful, funny, horrifying. This is multi-level entertainment, a consummate performance to the last. The Guardian. A careful and thought-provoking auditing of Huckleberry Finn. James is a kind of commentary or midrash, broadening our understanding of an endangered classic by bringing out the tragedy behind the comic facade. And that is no small thing. I expect that James will be spoken of as a repudiation of Huckleberry Finn, but a book like this can only be written in a spirit of engaged devotion. More than a correction, it's a rescue mission. And maybe this time it will work. The Wall Street Journal. Heir to Mark Twain's satirical vision, Everett turns a boyhood memoir into a neo-fugitive slave narrative thriller. Using erasure, Everett has produced a daring emendation. Redacting swaths of Huck Finn, he's revealed another code, the untranslated story of James's self-emancipation. James is a provocative, enlightening work of literary art. The Boston Globe. Huck Finn is a masterpiece. This retelling just might be too. The New York Times. A sly response to the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. While the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn lampooned American society through the naivete of its young narrator, James critiques white racism with the sharp insight of a character who's felt the lash. What's most striking, ultimately, is the way James both honors and interrogates Huck Finn, along with the nation that reveres it. The Washington Post. Percival Everett is our current great American novelist. James is a masterpiece that will help redefine one of the classics of American literature while also being a major achievement on its own. I almost cannot imagine a future where teachers assign the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn without also assigning James alongside it. Everett is one of the most, if not the most, interesting writers working today. The Chicago Tribune. To call James a retelling would be an injustice. Everett sends Mark Twain's classic through the looking glass. What emerges is no longer a children's book, but a blood-soaked historical novel stripped of all ornament. Genius. The Atlantic. Once you've picked up Everett's James, a retelling of the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, you'll know that only Everett could take on the task of allowing Mark Twain's character Jim to show what was missing from the original story. The Los Angeles Times. Finally, Here are some reader reviews of the book. Readers find the book engaging and thought-provoking. They praise the writing quality as wonderful and the narration as fantastic. The story is described as heartwarming, poignant, and heartbreaking. Readers appreciate the fast-paced adventures and intense pacing. I hope this content is helpful to you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.